Hey guys, I'm playing Halloween Flop, and we're going to talk about the battle system in this game, and use one fight as a case study, I guess. And so these are our three characters, and you can see they got letters next to their names up there. Agatha's magic, Delilah's undead, Bobby is astral, and that's basically this game's equivalent of elements in terms of the way they sort of work together, and some are strong against others. And what I really like about this game is that the fights come up with a lot of different ways to use that, like really creatively. It sounds simple when you first hear it, but there's a lot of different variables and things you can exploit and stuff like that. And this fight's a really good example of that. So the three lead characters are talking to this group of weirdos, and including this one guy who just babbles. But this guy is the only one who seems, kind of sane. The mummy guy never says anything. And then this crazy-eyed guy just babbles. It's kind of funny. I enjoy seeing some voice acting for this game just to see how they would do that guy's lines. But allow me to explain. So this is pretty early in the game, I guess, depending on what path you take, because there's you can fight these bosses in basically any order you want, really. This is a good one to do early on if you can, because it really teaches you how the mechanics work. So now we're fighting BLT, bacon, lettuce, and tomato, and most of the fights have a gag like this. So in this case, we've got three guys, and they're all undead. And a lot of times in this game, the people you fight, it's one of each, but this time it's all one type, so that makes it interesting. And so we're just gonna fight them quickly, just do a few preliminary things here, because you can't really do much until, well, I'm going to use backup on Bobby. That's essential. Nope. So Agatha just went down hard, and you might think that's a bad thing, but actually it's all part of the strategy of this particular fight. Because right now she's weak against all three of these guys because undead's strong against magic. But if I have Bobby resurrect her, she becomes astral because she's a ghost for the rest of the battle, because she's died and come back. So it's a clever thing you can do. And undead creatures, undead in this game is pretty much the equivalent of physical, like the physical element with attacks. So obviously, you can't hurt a ghost. So once everybody's astral, they become immune to all these guys' attacks. So in theory, it's actually impossible to lose this fight, because Bobby is the one that resurrects the others, and she's already astral, so she can't be hurt by these guys. But what I like is that it's a way to, basically show the player mechanics in action. And believe me, just because you can't lose this fight doesn't mean that there's others that you can't. I mean, you can get slaughtered by some of these other ones. But in this case, so we're all astral now. They can't hurt us. So I'm gonna basically just do whatever the hell I want. And one other thing that's interesting to note about Bobby is that she has no skill points. All her attacks take out a piece for hit points. So that's an extra element of strategy too, because anytime you're in a battle in this game and she goes down, you got a problem, because she's the only one that can resurrect the others. So you spend a lot of time just sort of keeping her hit points up. Because she has this regenerate move, and because she's not a very good offensive fighter anyway. I mean, she's got this one move that sometimes hurts enemies, sometimes it doesn't. It's completely random. And then later you can get an additional move that will do damage, but even then it's not that much. So she's definitely a pure support character. So yeah, see, these guys are going down quick and they can't hurt me, so it's kind of fun. We're just completely invincible to them right now. And after this fight's over, Agatha and Delilah will go back to their original, what do you call it? The original alignments. And I'm realizing now, and I didn't realize this initially, but it looks like this guy, the guy that's left, actually is like a psychotic tomato. He's because he's got no body. He's just like a head floating around. Alright, well, that's it for them. Agatha's and friends have kicked butt. So, we beat them, and, like I said, each fight has a neat twist for the battle system, in terms of these 3 elements. And, it's a lot of fun. So, I recommend everybody check this game out. Peace.